and I wonder all day, who are you when you are not the one in your way? And then I think about myself and I stayed. I'm a pretty boss, work on my shit brainwaves. I'm a freak in the sheets, but I got class. I'ma grab an ass if you want it. Best you ever had, give it to you bad. Ooh. Talk about quiet with a big mouth. Listen for the doubt, then call it. Make you out for what you say to me. Look at every single date. If you got what I need, then oh, I'll take you on like a big deal. Legs you can unfeel, heat ignition. Just keep me full like I had a meal once in a while. Feel alright. I know you like it, can't fight it. I might let you ride the wave. I'm New York and you're LA. Come together, feel the shock waves. And I wonder all day, who are you when you are not the one in your way? And then I think about myself and I stayed. I'm a pretty boss, work on my shit brainwaves. I'm a freak in the sheets, but I got class. I'ma grab an ass if you want it. Best you ever had, give it to you bad. Ooh. Talk about quiet with a big mouth. Listen for the doubt, then call it. Make you out for what you say to me. Look at every single date. If you got what I need, then oh, I'll take you on like a big deal. Legs you can unfeel, heat ignition. Just keep me full like I had a meal once in a while. Feel alright. I know you like it, can't fight it. I might let you ride the wave. I'm New York and you're LA. Come together, feel the shock waves. Listen up, says my teacher. In front of the class, he says if you're not a believer, I've you is that's on you. Better shape up and pay your dues. I've you is that's on you. I'll be on a flight soon to the end. I sing you. Gotta know all this propaganda. How do you do? Better get it in my own medicine for you. I'm never gonna make them think I'll stand there. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know let loose. Don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know let loose. Don't mind if I do. Free as the wind and as strong as a piece of amber. Give me a breath like the fire you'll soon remember. Ooh. I'll be on the flight soon till the end. I'm singing. Ooh. Gotta know all this propaganda. How do you do? For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know let loose. Don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. And I don't know let loose. Don't mind if I do. My head in my hands, listen up, says my teacher. In front of the class.
All right. What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome to the Stocked Up live stream. How are we doing? Wow, let's have a week here. SPY's pushing that all-time high. No, it is going green at open, though. It's a little bit off the all-time high right now, but 646.50 from Friday is going to be crucial if we can come up to test that. As we can see, SPY has been dipping a little bit this week, but nothing too crazy. Of course, we're 30 seconds in, so. Pretty good recovery, though, attempting to start. I know everybody was happy with the Jackson Hole event last week, or at least a lot of traders were. I know there was, of course, a lot of fear going into that one, and I'm sure a lot of people were upset that the puts didn't work out, but then again, you know, could be a hedge play, things of that nature. Interesting setup this morning, though. Now we got a red candle off that first initial move. What's up, Juan, Joe Papa, BK, Ariel, Tangy Man, Autumn, Jake, Xavier, Milonis, Jake, Rick. BTC is a drag on the market right now, Jake said. BTC USD. I thought it was doing pretty good on the weekend, wasn't it? Oh. Yeah, a bit weird. Saturday, Sunday, today, all down. Interesting. Friday was nice, but you're right. That is kind of a drag. Ethereum's hitting right around that $5,000 resistance, holding under there. Pretty insane to see. About to bust the level called out in last night's video, Tangi said. Howdy. BK says, morning Tommy Tendies. Let's go. Sorry, BK, I have no idea what song it is. It's just playing like a whole bunch of non-copyright songs. They don't have names on them. Looking at the watch list. Oh. Thinkorswim got me again. Love their updates from Sunday into today. Ryan says, look at that PDD ER movement. PDD. I was actually looking at it a little bit in pre-market, how it jumped up and popped back down. I saw you guys looking at it. I turned it on real quick. Whenever I saw Mason say there were earnings, I was like, oh. Juan said, holy mother of red candle. Palantir really is selling off right here. That's crazy. Tangi said, you watching you. Wow, it did break the level from last night, but rejected at 11 really fast. Strange move there, right at open. We're seeing some weird price action here at open today. SPY's pulling back down. See if it ends up holding support from pre-market or not. There's a couple coming up here. The low of pre-market's down around 643.15. Good support, though, is around 643.40. Yeah, sell wall popped up and opened on you. Makes sense in the way it pulled back there. The quad U's. Energy fuels. SPY. Tempting to bounce here. 643.40. Get another green candle. Love to see that. Let's check Tessie. A few of these Mag 7 setups. Like that bounce back. So far. Nvidia sold off a little bit at open initially. Juan said QQQ's tanking. It was. Popped right back now. Kind of like the SPY. Hit a good support and is holding up for now. Let's zoom out a little bit on the 5-minute. 569, 570 support. Awesome. Awesome. I like to see it. Let's go check Delta Airlines, AAL, UAL. Just checking in on these. Nothing crazy there. How about some quantums? QBTS. Oh, no. QBTS pulled back 4.7%. QUBT. Same type of opening move. Rigetti. Oh, yeah. The quantums are not happy today. Autumn said, what's going on with Ethereum? Did it pop off? ETH/USD. It was popping off over the weekend, but it did pull back a little bit today, Autumn. That Friday move was awesome. Sunday, in the middle of the day, it made a new recent high, but did end up pulling back here. She said, why did it pop off? It popped off mainly with Friday's Powell action. It was pretty insane. If we go to Friday, right when the man, the myth, the legend started speaking, it was pretty much right whenever it started going. I would just say it just had normal weekend volatility after that, but nothing nuts. Haha. Tom, me and Mason proposed you wheel spin on the stream to decide the draft order. Let's do it. That's a pretty good idea. That way we can't cheat. Not bad. Let's run it up. You'll have to tell me what to do, though. I've watched people do it, but I've never done it myself. I'm sure I can figure it out pretty quick. Tom, how do you like ABBV here? ABBV. Whoa, pretty high. I'll tell you what, though, Tangy, it looks pretty solid. I like the way that it's already tested this resistance 2 times and has rejected. And now it's kind of coming up for like a 3rd test. Now, it's not like that this resistance lines up super huge. Like on the furthest left arrow, we can see that it rejects at 207 to 208, whereas the all-time high, recent high, is more like 218. Nonetheless, though, you can tell that this range is pretty large. So, but I like that it's coming up for the 3rd test, and you know, it's kind of funny. ABBV just continues to point higher. Like, no matter like what you do, it seems like it's pointing up for a possible breakout opportunity. So I actually like it, Tangy. I know it seems a bit high right now, and it's probably going to get a little volatile, but ABBV has been pretty consistent. And I could see him trying to break that. How's this old trend line on ABBV? Ooh. That was nice. That's beautiful. Got the watch list up. Tilray leading the way, up 11% today. Wow, Tilray, let's go. That's pretty crazy. Tilray, 12%. Nice breakout there on the daily. Mason, I just got to stick the names from the fantasy app on a wheel and spin it. Gotcha. Let's find a wheel. All right, here we go. The Madden Fantasy Draft Wheel. This is kind of funny. Tilray moving though, 1.33%. Where's the news here? How's the news coming? New Republican National Committee chairman supports marijuana legalization. All right, I just need a list of everyone that's playing now, Mason. Just give me a list, and I'll, preferably on Discord. BTG broke 4. Let's go. BTG is one of my favorite gold stocks, Tangy, since I believe you had brought me onto this one. But nonetheless, I love it now. One of my favorites for gold. Damn, it broke 4 barely. I had resistance around 402. Yeah, that's what I was going to do, Mason. That's exactly what I was going to do. You read my mind. Oh, gosh. Tom's team of regards. Oh. I forgot I made that my team name. .5% to the downside on Palantir. That is quite the drop-off. Seriously, what a pullback there by Palantir.
It's delicious.
Good support, though. $150 here. That's a pretty big level. I wonder who put not a moose. Short squeeze incoming. Oh, I thought it just said Chad because, just because, you know, how people say, oh, that's Chad or whatever. Can we see Amazon hit 230 today? Let's see. AMZN 229. That's a big resistance there. He said, can we hit 230? I think it's possible. Amazon's been holding up pretty good today. A lot better than most. They also had a really good Friday. One of the bigger stocks in the market actually pushing it higher. I keep thinking that these guys are Hunter with their names. And then Hunter's actually just Hunty. Roblox looking good. RBLX. Very nice today. 7.28%. Not quite as good as Tilray, but it's definitely pointing up in a good way. Probably better on the actual movement. More consistent candles, we would say. Look at that, actually. Not bad in pre-market, even through open here. Very nice.
It's delicious.
UUU's making another stab at it, Tangy Man just said. Quad use energy fuels. Up 1.8%, getting through 1075, which is nice. I love that move here so far. There we go. Tesla dropping down, guys, breaking through 337.50 support as we speak. That's not the best pullback to witness from last week. Definitely not continuing up in the type of way that I think many would want. Tilray, 16%. Wow. Man, this stock loves to move whenever it goes. There was some news last week. Let's go to Marijuana Moment. It's a website that talks all about it. Let's see. GOP senators confident. Oh, no, that's stupid. Here we go. The new Republican National Committee chairman supports marijuana legalization. I think that's a great thing for the MJ. South Park did a joke about MJ. I heard about this. I thought that was pretty funny. Open's moving kind of wild, Mason said. Open door. Whoa. Whenever you look at the 1 minute, it's weird. It dipped, popped, and consolidating now like a heartbeat monitor again. That's always nice. My views is in circle puts. What's up, Demure? Good morning, good morning. What's up, Joe Papa? He said, do you have any info or videos when you look at options about the difference of buy/sell puts? Which one to select? It depends which part of the trade you're getting in there, Joe. You know, I don't have all the info from you, but, you know, generally if you buy a put, you know, you're looking for the stock to go down. If you sell a put, you're generally looking for the stock to go up. Although if you sell a put, there's a lot of implications there, so you kind of got to be careful. You can't just go running around selling puts to open, especially when you don't really know what's going on. But if you look up, like, the wheel strategy, you'll find that to be very, very helpful. I'll throw you a video here in the chat. We have one on YouTube called The Best Strategy from 2024. Let's find it. Trying to find it for you. Where the heck did it go? Maybe it's 23. Hang on. Wow, I can't find it. I know it should be out there, though. I'll get it in a few minutes here. I don't want to sit on the same thing forever, but give me a few minutes. I'll find it. Now I just have to find it or else it's going to bother me, right? Here we go. I was way off on my name of the video, that's why. Here we go. Tesla pulling back quite hard today under 337.50 like we talked about earlier. Pullback is pretty rough. Down 1% on the day, but the average percent drop is 2%, so not terrible. Hey, Weck said finally got in on a profitable leap. There you go. ACHR big money play leap options up 100%. Do I cut it or ride it out? It's a December leap. Woof. Do you only have one leap? I would try to do like I would try to do it where you have one every, I don't know, I would say like cut one every week for the next like 4 weeks, something like that. Love the price action though. Somehow rigged the wheel so Ryan picks last. Demir said there's a flash sale going on TradingView right now. Is there really? Let's go see. I have the premium, but not the crazy one. Oh, wow. Yeah, they do. A 7-day flash sale. Heck yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they got some good deals going right now, guys. If you've been looking to get TradingView, you can do the annual package on like Essential. It's only 10 a month. You can go Plus for 17, Premium for 17, Ultimate for 48. The Premium for $17.98 a month sounds good. Very nice. If you guys have been looking at that. Good call, Demir. Ryan says, I'm winning with the last pick. If you have the premium, Tom, why didn't you add the Mag 7s into the chart? I do, but I don't have, let's see, I'll tell you let's see. I have the one that only allows you to have 4, charts a tab, or no, 2 charts a tab. So I just use Thinkorswim. Make it easy. The beautiful Thinkorswim. Mag 7, speaking of Mag 7, it's just basing around here, bouncing around. It's a snake draft, so eventually last will get 2 picks in a row. That's true. That is true. That is true. Weck has 5 leaps. Awesome, Weck. I would say it would be smart to close like one every couple weeks or one every week. Maybe like one every week for like the next month, or if you wanted to take profits on 2 or 3 of them right away and maybe hold 2, I think that would be smart as well. Yeah, Demir, there's a bunch of different ones that they have. I'm not just saying, like, when I said premium, I didn't necessarily mean that, like, I have their premium one. I just mean, like, I have their sub on one of them, is what I'm saying. Sorry, sir. PDD with the disgusting V, damn, Ryan said. PDD with the big V. It kind of looks like it's giving us the finger. Kind of strange looking. Definitely a weird earnings move for sure. Wex says not sure how to handle it. Yeah, I just use Thinkorswim if I need anything else, Demir. For sure, for sure. Run multiple platforms at once, so. Palantir bouncing at 150 support. That is a huge level of support here on Palantir. Crazy support, actually. Big psychological level at 150. Daily chart is wild. Nvidia holding up everything like, come on, Juan says. Nvidia does look pretty fire today. Let's see, there's a really good intraday support. Right around like 176.90. Even try to like line it up there a little bit. 176.60. This is a big range here for Nvidia to hold today. Last week there were a ton of bounces here. We can see right here overhead resistance, pretty critical. There's a big range, lots of bounces here. Nvidia, nice bounce down, but is holding its ground and coming right back. Looks good. Nice support bounce. Maybe Palantir will try to do that off 150. It looks like it's trying to hold pretty well so far. That's going to be a big range for them. Demir said, so far the market's pretty choppy at the moment, except for Apple. Let's see. Apple up 0.47%. Not terrible. Kind of like the way Google's moving. It is choppy, though. Look at our watch list again. Tilray, 17%. Going back to the MJ stocks. There we go. Oxy's trying to move the level mentioned in last night's video. Holding support pretty well on Oxy. This was one of Mike's plays last night, if you didn't know. Bounced at 46. High from Friday. Holding up very well today. Oxy, $46. Rejecting for sure. That's pretty big. Come on, Oxy. Let's get through there. Get out of this little range here. Hey, I was driving around this weekend and I passed a Rivian truck. Thought that was kind of cool. OMG, yes, everyone's so bullish. Can we get cheaper credit so we can raise the $40 trillion in debt? Juan. Juan's going off out here. There's a ton of Rivians in Pennsylvania for some reason, Wex said. I don't see them too often, but interesting. It's definitely interesting for sure. Tesla, I'd love to see it get through 340, though. That is a pretty clear area of resistance today. If it can break through, that would be beautiful. All right, SPY, let's see. Wow, coming back. There we go. There we go, there we go. Bouncing right back through 644, which is good. We need to really break 646.20, 646.50. Right around 647. The all-time high, the previous all-time high, is officially at essentially 647. But it's, yes, 647.01. So pretty dang perfect. I was watching Ford versus Ferrari last night, which is nice. Ford versus Ferrari. Wex says, I even see a couple of Fisker Oceans out here. That'd be hilarious. Some good Fisker Oceans. Tilray, right around the high of the day. I'm sure a lot of people out there don't even know what a Fisker Ocean is. I'm going to show you guys on the pictures here. This is a Fisker Ocean. What is Fisker stock again? I swore they had one. FSKR or FSK? FSR, maybe. Maybe they don't have one. I couldn't remember. FSNRQ. No. FSRNQ, that's it. No. Okay. Maybe they don't. I could have sworn they used to, though. FIS? Nope. Very strange. Oh well. Back to the SPY. See if it holds at 644. Cool colors, but I don't know what these people are going to do when Fisker goes under for the 87th time. That's probably why they went off the stock market, and I can't find it now. That $11 sell wall on UUUU is essentially eroded, Tangi said. Wow, it's testing it already. Pretty nice. Tangy Man's down 20 bucks on Palantir. Whatever will I do? I have like 20K in buying power right now. What are you going to do? What are you trading on Palantir, Tangy? Mr. Charles asked SMCI. Whoa, okay. I see why you're looking at it now. Nice pop. Continuing off of Friday's action, actually. What did I do here? Oh my gosh, somehow I took the top of TradingView away. Somehow. There we go. The flash sale. Let's go look at Tesla on the book map real quick. 340 is a pretty big sell wall now. I figured it would be. It broke a sell wall Friday, but now they pop back in. Yeah, quad users getting it done, Jason. Let's go open. Go to $6 or $4.50. You're boring us. Yeah, just get some action, right? Don't sit around 5 all morning. How did you like Tommy Fleetwood, Mason? Mr. Fleetwood finally pulled one off. I still can't believe that Fleetwood's wife is like 25 years older than he is. Yeah, the biggest purse. I looked at it and I saw it was 40 million and I was like, whoa. Oh, that's funny. He made 1/3 of his career in one day. That's funny. I know everybody was talking about him losing that BMW one, and I was telling my fiance last night, I was like, man, he's probably happy he won this one. Jake said, just looking to collect that Social Security. Do you know who's going to be collecting Social Security soon? Is going to be Powell once he's out of the job. I'm kidding. Maybe he will one day. I don't know how that works, but. Winning this one was like winning 3 others. Tesla right at that resistance, though. 340 touching. Might try to get a breakout going here. I'm going to grab a quick drink of water. 1 second. All right, all right. Let's go see Ford and GM check in on those this morning. Nothing crazy there, nothing crazy. All right, let's bring up the watch list. Go back to Tilray, the metals company, up almost 7%, and third on the watch list. Surprised that there's nothing else up that much today. Rocket Lab, 6.3. Roblox up well. Up over 5% on Roblox. Roblox has had a lot of bad press. They've done really well in 2025, but I feel like I'm always hearing stuff about people getting in trouble on Roblox. It's scaring me. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to let my daughter play Roblox, if I'm being honest. I'm going to be like, no Roblox for you. So Nvidia reports earnings this week. How are you guys feeling about Nvidia? Do you think that they'll end up beating expectations at all? On TradingView, they say that the estimate for earnings and EPS is going to be 1.006. For revenue, they're looking at 45.94 billion. What do you guys think? We going to be able to get a good push this week, or earnings going to go south on Wednesday night? Xavier said old school RuneScape. Why did you say that? Oh, to let her play. I see, like play it instead of Roblox. I see. That game can get kind of weird too, I guess. You can talk to people, but Demir says, I think it might just be neutral. I could see that, actually. I would not be surprised if that, Demir. Oh my gosh. Mason goes, let her play GTA 6. Do you know what would be hilarious? It would be funny if, like, what if they modded GTA and they made it like a kids game somehow, like, or there were just servers for that or something. That'd be weird. The mods that I see on 5 are crazy, man. Water guns. Oh. Demir says, Nvidia's been hyped for long enough. I think people are finally settling down. That's what we need, Demir. I'd be happy with a pullback. It does seem right now like it's kind of primed for one this week, too. Nvidia did recently break under a pretty good trend. I wish I could get it to line up right, though. Line up right. On the hourly chart, it's like just won't line up. There we go. Now it lined up where it was supposed to. It was like down here before. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that sometimes, but either way, good bounces. And recently we broke right down and under here. It doesn't mean that we have to keep going down, but it's something I'm definitely a little bit more bearish of. Now, earnings are earnings, but Jake said neutral would get hit hard. Too much hype on Nvidia. You're probably right. You're probably right there. Last 10 minutes today, we're going to do our fantasy draft order. We're doing one on Thursday, the 28th, this week. Gosh, I hope I remember. Right, Mason, Ryan said. Dang, Palantir's recovering after that bottom, Demir said. Palantir. PLTR, 150 recovery. That is such a nice pop. Mason said, before the draft? Yeah. Like I might even need you to call my phone or something. What time is it again? What time is it Thursday? I forgot. I'd have to go back and look. Tesla coming up here, 341.50. $341.50 is nice to see. 8 p.m. Eastern, so 7 Central. Okay. Like SpongeBob and Squidward fighting for Employee of the Month. I'll be honest, the auto draft would probably draft better than I would pick, if I'm being honest. Tesla, 341.50, huge resistance. I've done it 1 year and got second. Hey, there you go. Tesla is starting to get through 340, guys. This looks awesome through the pre-market high as well. Oh, technically not through the pre-market high. Sorry about that. But very close. The pre-market high right when pre-market opened was a bit strange. Pretty good pop there. 342 coming up. Go check out Bank of America. How about LVS, Las Vegas Sands? Not bad. Little double bottom intraday, 55.40. Like to see the double bottom. Might be an opportunity to play that up off that. I feel like the risk reward's not bad if you're being very risk averse and cutting right away. If it breaks, you know, you target to the upside today. I mean, you could easily hit a 2 risk reward. I think that your chances of winning go down. Obviously, the higher you go up, but still. BAC 49.30. Tessie, got a run going and then immediately just posted a big red candle on the 1 minute. We'll see if it continues the uptrend or if this is a more of a trend shift. How's Google? Consolidating really hard at that high. Mag 7 setup. Demir likes Tesla. They say, Tesla's doing better than Apple now. How did everybody feel about Jerome Powell last week? Did that make you happy? Were you upset? Voice your opinions. I'm curious. Whoa, Keurig, Dr. Pepper, KDP is buying Dutch coffee company, JDE Peet's. $18 billion deal. KDP fell down 8%. That sucks for Keurig. I got rid of my Keurig because I looked into how nasty those things were, and I couldn't do it anymore. If you guys ever cut open a Keurig and like look at the hoses and stuff, apparently there can be some gross stuff there. This is so frustrating. Let's see. Interesting. Yeah, I went to vacation there now, Jake said. Demir made gains off Ethereum. Let's go see. ETH USD. Stick with the brewer? Yeah, I agree. I couldn't do it once I saw those videos, Demir. That was gross. Yeah, they do. But I've seen videos of people, Demir, run the cleaners or kit or whatever, and then they took it apart, and there were still like little hoses and stuff in there that still had like mold on them, but I don't know that they did it correctly or not, but Johnny said, I couldn't believe that massive candle right at 10 a.m. when Powell started talking. Had to have been an insider leak. It was definitely weird, Johnny. It was right away. You're right. I almost think it had to have been something weird. Somebody talk, Tangy said. Palantir's rejecting, Demir's saying. Not Palantir. Yeah, it is a little bit. Hit 155. Not too bad yet, but definitely a little pullback. Sure thing. Jason wants to look at UUUU on the book map. Why not? Wex says, best coffee, Hario V60 or V60. Switch pours over, super easy and basic. Made of glass or ceramic, no electronics. Hario V60. What is that? Oh, it's a press. Or a dripper. What the heck? I've never seen that before. I like that though. That's pretty cool. It says online it's plastic. Huh. And now I found a ceramic one. There we go. Very interesting. Okay. Never heard of that. I've only seen that like a couple times too. Yeah, so you want to see what's going on to take it to get it past 11. There is some sellers actually like at 11.10 as well as 11, so keep that in mind. 11.10 and 11. Tom, how about Ryan's Yankees going 1-3 against the Red Sox? Oh my gosh, I was laughing, Mason. I kept seeing so many funny memes about, like, Crochet striking them all out or something. Spy tried to dip there. Let's see, Spy. Bounced again, 643.80. Gosh, it's bouncing everywhere within the range right now. We need to get a good move out of here. Hell yeah, Ryan. Best in the league by far. I do got to say, I like the Yankees because I just like Aaron Judge a lot, but... Rick says, I sometimes wonder why the environmentalists don't come out and say not to use Keurig because of all the plastic cups used and thrown away. I don't know, Rick. Maybe they make the cups out of something renewable or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's opposite day, Mason. Palantir trying to reject at 155, guys. It is starting to pull back in a pretty decent way there. Nvidia also pulling back. I would say Nvidia almost looks like it's pulling back in almost like a bull flag fashion. Kind of like that. Pretty decent pullback, but trying to rip through. SoFi, Tiger Wu says. SOFI. Whoa, SoFi really started to move here. That is actually quite the run, SoFi. MSTR having a great run, my view says. MSTR. Also, yes, great move there. Oh, they don't like K-Cups, Tangy? Uh-oh. Ryan says STO Palantir 120 strike put. 10/17 selling to open. Palantir. You said it's the 120. Okay, I think that's a smart strike. I like the strike on it. I didn't go check the chain, but I like it based off of where the actual price is. My view says MSTR having a great run. Can potentially go to 354.60 and then 359.57. You said 354.60. I wish it would get there. It'd be nice actually if it filled the gap all the way back up. Ryan says, I usually aim for levels, never too worried about Palantir IV, so they usually give solid premiums. Yeah, that's what I like to do too, Ryan. I generally like to aim for like good support levels or just bigger levels in general whenever I sell puts, of course. I like that. Should we try to play UUU up more today, or did most of it already happen? UUU could be played up more today, I believe, Weck. Of course, it's not going to go up every time, but I do like the way it's moving, and I could see it continuing to do well and it eventually breaking this like triple top today. I can see it eventually breaking here. Ryan said, Jake, solid play if I had the capital to let it sit there for a couple of months. Yeah, Jake did the 120s, 12.25. Nice, same strike. Little longer EXP, but both are solid, I think. Yeah, UUU starting to move. New high of the day. 4.77% now, going to be 5% soon, probably. And there's 5% on the day. Now 5.1. Beautiful. Ooh. Mason said open door. If it breaks here, could be it. What a weird 1 minute candle. Yeah, it's getting volatile as it tried to break. All right, let's see it. SoFi slowed up a little bit. That's nice. 11.14% though. Quad use, energy fuels. That is just an amazing run there. Do it all in ghost margin. Plenty there. Kanji said there are multiple catalysts that basically ensure that energy fuels will keep going up for a very long time. Yeah, I guess it's just dealing with like the ups and downs, right, Tanji? Lots of ups and downs. Let's go back to open door. Still looking pretty solid here at the high of day. Starting to get some nice action on these candles. Give me one moment, guys. Sorry about that. Tangy said I started buying U whenever it was 88 cents. Wow, Tangy. That is wild. Rick said, just got a coffee, stared at the Keurig for a while. Thanks, Tom. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that for you. That's funny. That is pretty hilarious, I'd say. There we go, there we go. Made 4,800 on quad U's. Realized gains. I have zero worries, though. I am biased. Gotcha. Sounds good, Tangy. That is pretty solid, I'd say. Give me 1 second, guys. Y'all don't even want to know how gross the soda machines at fast food places are. Tangy says, you do not want to know. Are they really that bad? I didn't think that they could be that bad. Give me 1 second, guys, while I do something really fast. I'm gonna throw up the Mag 7 here while I do it. Juan says, oh yeah. What about the gas station, Tangy? They are 200% correct. Never clean them. Oh, no. Man, that sucks, guys. That definitely ruins it for me, I'll tell you. That is pretty insane, I'd say. Very insane. Alrighty, guys. Sorry about that. Had to triple check something here in the background. And we are... And we are solid. All right. Sorry about that. Ryan says, Tom had it plenty of times and it tastes like soda. Guess I'll continue to drink it. Man, I know I have too. Germs don't always kill you. Sometimes they'll give you magical resistance to even worse germs, although sometimes they will kill you. That sounds great, Tangi. That sounds like some wise wisdom. No, I'm kidding. I know what you mean. What's that show, Osmosis Joe or something? That was a pretty funny show or movie. Osmosis Jones. That's what it was. Juan said Trump's going live. Yeah, he's doing some executive orders, right? He's doing an executive order to eliminate no cash bail for D.C. suspects. Okay, so it's stuff about like crime in Washington, D.C. Apparently they said there's been 719 arrests, 91 guns seized in D.C. since they started cracking down. That's crazy. That's insane. Nobody knows, Juan said. It's a weird, it's going to be a weird thing with Trump, probably. He'll probably start talking about other political stuff while he's there, so be ready. Tesla's really trying to hold 340 extremely well. So far, so good. So far, so good. It's going to be Bigly, the bigliest, Tangy said. If you guys didn't know, Trump always says Bigly or something. Is why he says that. QQQ's attempting to bounce. Let's go see that SPY really fast. 643.80. Selling down a little bit. Jay said, I got sick once, but then I got better. I've had a lot of those soda machine sodas before. Now you guys have me scared. No, I'm kidding. 643.75. Decent intraday support on SPY. It's actually holding up once again. That's a good hold. Not the best price action, though. Very up and down. Almost looks like an M right now. That just goes to show the chop that's been happening. Tashana said, hey, all, I'm late. SoFi is up. SoFi's looking great. 26.35, 26.40 coming up, too. That's great there. I'm up 136% on my plays. Nice. Dubs in the chat. Tashana, nice. That's a very good percentage. Tangy says Bigly. Oh my gosh. Everything's going to be Bigly today now, isn't it, Tangy? Aora Cannabis, ACB, slowing down a little bit, but they were looking pretty fire. Tilray 1.33, still up 15% though. You know, Intel had some news. I don't know if you guys knew that, but Intel had that stake from the government last week. Ended up seeing if Intel would bounce here today. It's not bouncing up as much as I thought it would. Let's go, Tashana. Appreciate that, of course. All right, guys, really quick intermission. I'll be right back. Give me just a second. Minute or two. Throw up the Mag 7 setup here. NVIDIA looks like it's coming back well. Seeing some great price action. All right, be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Let's go. How are we doing? Microsoft starting to point higher. Everything, as I left and came back, just started exploding out of nowhere. It's pretty insane. I'm just kidding. It's not like it's super explosive anyways, but you know, things are starting to point back up, which is nice. Kind of an exciting thing. Like, look at Nvidia here. Very nice. Got out of its little bull flag setup. Touching 180 resistance, which is going to be critical, guys. Look at it on Bookmap. 180 has 324,000 shares there. That's one of the bigger sell walls here in the short term. Haha, Jake. Oh my gosh. I wish the bots could do that. Then I wouldn't have to. NIO, Perez says, with some fire. Neo. They have been extremely hot lately. Look at them on the daily. It's been breaking out amazingly. But we go to like a 5-minute chart, and now it's slowing down a lot. $6.30, kind of bouncing. I know, they're almost getting there. They're almost getting there. Ever have days where you miss Mac Miller? Not really myself, Chase. I'm sure someone does though. $150 trying to bounce on Palantir here. Yeah, that's got to be the most random one I've heard in a while, Mason. Yeah, the year. It might be, actually. I can't even... I've had some weird stuff, too. I've had plenty of weird questions. Bouncing at 340. Wow. Tom's okay because Kramer's still here. You know it. You know, how old is Jim Cramer, guys? I wonder. Let's see. Jim Cramer's 70. Oh, wow. He's gotten old. He doesn't really seem like he's 70. I would have thought he was a little bit younger than that. I guess he has started looking a little older, but... I swear, when I was like 8 years old, my dad would watch like Mad Money on the TV, I swear. You always turned it on? WMT clapped, heading to $86 levels. Walmart, WMT. It really did get clapped today, didn't it? Sold off pretty hard, broke through support from last week. Look at the hourly. Those are some massive dips. Taking Costco down with them. COST, that is a pretty massive pullback by Costco. Looking at the daily, they've had 3 rough daily red candles in a row. Costco does seem to be in a very strange setup right now. I do think that it can trade back towards the bottom end of its range here, like 880, maybe 895, before bouncing back. Good drop, good drop. 1.36, that is pretty big sell-off there. Weck says, why does Cramer get so much negative backlash on the internet? I don't follow him carefully to know. Good question, Weck. So Jim Cramer's known for saying to buy a stock and then it'll go down. Now, again, like, you know, like anybody doing stock analysis or something, you know, you're going to have times that you're wrong. So, you know, I think at this point, it's just like a running joke or just funny. Yeah, like Jake said, you know, profoundly wrong. But, yeah, it's strange. I don't know if there's a... I can't remember. There used to be an ETF called SGIM that was taking like Jim Cramer's call-outs or positions and essentially shorting them or going against them. And I think that it underperformed and had to stop trading. Don't quote me on that, but found that interesting. Wrong like Kathy Wood. Everybody always brings them two up together. It would be so funny if they got married. Tesla bouncing off 340. Quit consolidating. Tesla, I keep hoping I'm going to switch back and Tesla's actually ripping. Or moving. We had a little alert there above this little recent range. So we can see what's going on. MCD's waiting for a 309 area, Perez says. McDonald's, MCD. 312, he said 309. Let's see. Starting to pull back slightly. Okay. Yeah, he is pulling back a little bit. Kramer from Seinfeld, Wex said. Thinking Kathy and Kramer from Seinfeld is also funny. Oh my gosh. That is actually. Kramer from Seinfeld with anybody is kind of funny. Rick said, we all get dumber when we listen to Kramer. A lot of people say that Kramer has, like, too many ties to people and things as well. What's that, Autumn? Wow, that's funny, Autumn. Saying our country's hot. Okay. Always interesting with Donald Trump. Said America is a beautiful country, beautiful, and it's hot. It wasn't hot before, but it is the hottest country in the world now. Can we all do a rain dance for Tesla, please? Michael said. Oh my gosh. I know. Let's get it. Let's get some action. Come on. I'll do a dance if it matters. If it would actually get it moving, I would do one. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, just checking on that GLD big money trade. Looks like they are still in. Is Centene a good stock to hold? CNC. I know a lot of people are buying up and holding it. It's one of the more interesting stocks that I like to look at. Up 58, well, not up, but it's a $58 million big money trade. That is insane. Take profit said SPY's bouncing. Oh, it is actually. There we go. Starting to get towards the top end of the range. It might go for a breakout. That would be sick. That would be awesome. Wow. We're seeing some pretty insane movement starting to happen here with the SPY. I like to see the breakout. Looking good. Maybe the market likes Trump saying America's hot. It could. That actually was not a bad thought. Not a bad thought. Nvidia is carrying yet again, Ryan said. NVDA. I wonder if there's going to be some more earnings hype. Some earnings hype here. It looks like Nvidia is coming back quite well. Heck, it could be at all-time highs before we even see, yeah, it could be at all-time highs before we even see anything happen here. Like the earnings, of course. $572.50, beautiful QQQ. You're waiting on it, Nvidia might be trying to break out also. Ryan said, Tom, when you're deciding the draft order, are you going in reverse? No. No. It's going to be like the first spin is going to be who gets number one. Unless you guys want me to flip it. You and Mason can decide. Honestly, I don't care. I wasn't going to, though. Good thing that you reminded me, actually. Last spin is Ryan. You know what? With that being said, let's go ahead and run it up. We'll go ahead and do the draft order right now. Boeing pulling back a little bit. Doing just a second. I'm hoping so, Mason. Let me test this. No, it doesn't. It's actually stupid. I don't know why it does that. I'm trying to find a good one. If you guys can find a good one out there, let me know. I found a good wheel, but it didn't work right. It didn't take away the slices once it picked one. I'm trying a different one, see what happens. Ah, okay. All right, here we go. All right, got a good one. Run this up. Man, SPY's testing that high of the day. Glad to see that. Whoa, Google. Whoa. Wow, that was pretty quick. That was a weird drop by Google. Tons of volume there, too. Let me go check the news. NVIDIA lost its own Jetson Thor robotics computer built for physical AI. Trump signs Action DC. Musk, Apple, OpenAI alleged arrangement on iPhone. Musk sues Apple and OpenAI. Alleging anti-competitive scheme. Wow, Elon's out here suing. All right, so let me throw these names in here, and then we'll be good to go. Almost done. All right. All right, we have it all done. Here we go. All right, you guys ready for the draft? Spy's slowing down a bit. All right, here we go, Mason and Ryan. Of course, everybody else out there too, Autumn. I don't even know who some of these people are, like Jets, or Patriot, or Moose Chad, or Rome Alone, Quant. Who's Quant? Okay, Patriot's Benny, okay. You're the Jets guy? Benny and the Jets? Muffin was the only one that I understood besides Hunter, Mason. All right, here we go. Let's run it up. Should we do it backwards or forwards, Mason? Make sure you write these down, too. Forwards? Okay. Make sure you write these down, though. All right, here we go. First things first. Here's the very first spin. The person getting the very first pick of the Stocked Up Fantasy Draft is... Holy crap, it takes forever. Ooh, it's Quant. Haha, Quant. Wait. It says congratulations to Mason, but it landed on Quant. What the heck? What? What do we do, guys? What do we do about this? Mason hacked it? Seriously, what do we do? I don't know what to do now. I mean, do I just leave it with Mason first? Quant got it. Okay, Quant got it. All right. I'm going to have to... Now I got to, like, get Mason off of there. Or Quant, I mean. Okay. All right, goodbye, Quant. You're kidding me. Did it really just take them all away? I only deleted quant, though. Oh my god, it glitched out or something. You gotta be kidding me. No shot. Wow, okay. All right, let's do the items. Let's see. Mason, can you, like, copy and paste those names? I gotta type them all in individually here. All right, SB Champs, Muffin. We're gonna run it back again. Hopefully it works this time. All right, so we're going to give it to quant. I should be able to come right here, click delete on quant, and then quant goes away. Okay, good. Good. It worked right that time. All right. So quant's number 1. Here we go. Pick number 2. Ooh, Autumn got pick number 2. There we go. Autumn's going to be pretty happy probably about that. There we go. All right. Let's go. Number 2 is pretty solid, actually, I gotta say. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting Autumn to get number 2. It's all right. She needs to be number 1 or 2 up there. I'm just playing. Ryan says, yeah, Mason, we're done for. I'll see you at picks 9 and 10. All right, here we go. Who's number 3? Magic number 3. Let's see. Quant, Autumn, and... No! Patriot. Patriot Nation. Okay. Patriot Nation. Benny coming in. That's a pretty good one. All right. Pick 3. I like the middle picks generally, so I'm not too sad right now. All right, here we go. Ooh, it's on Mason's name. Let's see number 4. Run it up. It was Mason. Who would have guessed? Mason's got number 4 secured up. Man, I feel like I'm screwed. I'm going to go last, I feel like. All right, we'll take Mason off. I know, that's what I'm kind of thinking, Mason, for Snake. I do only Snake drafts and like baseball, like MLB. I'm always doing Snake. And I'll be honest, I've won more years that I picked last than years I've picked 1 or 2. Oh, here we go. Oh, I thought it was going to do that again. Darn, I'm 5. Shoot, Mason, we both got bad picks. I'm going to have to change that team name. That's what the Wall Street Bets kids say. Hunter, number 6. Wow, Mason. We went 4, 5, 6. We'll take it. Hunty Poo, there we go. 4, 5, 6. Ryan's going to get last. Nope. Ryan, number 7. Jets 2026 SB. There we go. Uncalled for. Look at these pies now. There's only 3 pieces left. This is crazy looking. And we're off. Number 8. Who we got? Not a Moose Chad. This is one of the funniest names, I gotta say. Now Tangy Man wants pie. I couldn't believe how rigged that was where they made Mason win. Or get the first one. That was hilarious. All right, who's going to be last? Rome Alone or Muffin? Who's Rome Alone? All right, let's go. Let's see. Number 9 is Muffin. And Rome Alone gets the best pick of the draft. Last. Wow, there we go. All right, so we got the whole order done up. Make sure you post it up in the off topic. I already forgot. Pretty cool though. I like it. Thought that was fun. What website is that on, by the way? Oh, never mind. I actually just typed in NFL and it popped up on Google, so. There we go. Cool. Hey, there we go with the order. Quan, Autumn, Benny, Mason, Tom, Hunter, Ryan, Chad, Muffin, and Rome Alone. There we go. Mason. That was funny. It went Mason, me, Hunter, Ryan. Hopefully me and Mason. Mason, I hope that we're in the right spot. I hope that we're in the right spot. That's all I got to say. That is all I've got to say there. All right, that was pretty fun. Google had that weird hit on the candle. It was strange. Ricky Bobby would be totally confused in the second round of the draft. Wait, I'm first and last? How's that even possible? That was so weird how it did that. Mason definitely cheated. I am the machine. What are some upside levels to watch for on SPY today? For sure. SPY sitting around 645. It's trying to fill the gap. Watch for 645.50, but mainly 646.50 overhead. 646.50 is going to be critical. SPY pretty much double top there on Friday. So watch 646.50. Going to be a huge, huge area to break out at. Also watch for 650. Next resistance overhead, which will also be pretty large for the SPY. Both are pretty huge there. $646.20, is that too ambitious? It's definitely not too ambitious. It's not very far away on the SPY. The SPY could easily touch that today. It doesn't mean it has to, but it could. And I think that there's a chance that it could end up touching that. If it does, it might essentially just start going for the all-time high of 647. So keep that in mind if it does start ripping. Let me go check out one of my favorite players, Tilray, today. Like seeing that one go wild. How's PLNH? Okay. Doing PLNH things. QQQ, pretty decent run there. 574 resistance overhead. I said, what do you think about Netflix comeback? I thought it was based well off of 1224. Let's see Netflix. Okay, not bad, not bad. Decent comeback. About BMNR, Adrian said. BMNR. Bitmine immersion. Pretty good comeback today by them, I'd say. Ethereum kind of dipped down a little bit, but BMNR is doing pretty good. I like the setup on BMNR. Looking at the daily, it's been dipping down, and on Friday, it posted a nice green candle, and I like it for a possible continuation here. Consolidating pretty hard, and you know, if we end up breaking out above 56, I think it could get really fun. But alrighty, guys, I'm going to call the stream there. Appreciate everybody for sticking with us today. It was a fun one. You know, we just went over the fantasy draft order, which was fun. Hope you all enjoyed that. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope to see you all tomorrow. See you in the Discord. I hope you walked away with some profits. I saw some great stuff out there today. Heard about some fire plays. But all right, there we go. See you later.